All right, fellas, I'm going to finish off with some rapid reaction. A lot of topics, a little bit of time. Let's go, Drink.
All right, let's roll, baby. A source tells ESPN Adam Scheffler the Washington Redskins are likely to change their name after the team announced today it will undergo a thorough review of the nickname. Should the Redskins change their name, Jay?
Absolutely, they should. And I brought you suggestions, not only for the Redskins, but listen, Washington, they should rename their team to the Washington Tax Returns. I've got a couple others for you as well. Listen, the Cleveland Browns, we can't have that no more. We got to be inclusive. So they would be the Cleveland Colors. I'm also looking at the Patriots. Now, I don't know that kind of, sometimes we got negative connotations to the word Patriots. So they would become the New England Citizens. And then out in the Midwest, we got Kansas City. No more Chiefs. No more Indian things. We can't do it. Kansas City, indigenous peoples. Those are my suggestions. Take them or leave them. NFL players could face fines for breaking coronavirus-related protocols during the upcoming season. Good idea or bad idea?
I'm gonna go good idea as long as they show some sort of flexibility with these rules and regulations. And what I mean is, I agree with the NFL. You got to think you have to set certain boundaries, because if you don't, the player's gonna run wild. Hey, you ain't tell us we couldn't do it, so we're gonna run wild. Not everybody is dope in the NFL uniform. Let's be real here. So they're gonna run wild. They're gonna say you didn't tell us. In order to make the players, take it seriously, you got to bring down fines. You got to bring down some type of consequence. If you do this, this is going to happen. With that said, the NFL, however, has to keep an open mind, just like they have to keep a heavy hand. This is a unique time. No one has ever dealt with anything of this magnitude. So you have to keep an open mind. It's going to be certain things that might happen where you might be like, okay, they violated the protocol, but it was, for this, whatever the case might be. So overall, I do think it's a good idea. The Los Angeles Angels superstar Mike Trout said he still doesn't feel comfortable with Major League Baseball plans for a 60-game season, citing safety concerns for his family. Your thoughts?
Yeah, Mike Trout is best player in baseball, but I mean, much like everybody else, no one's forcing you to play. Go ahead and stay home, Mike. You're never in the playoffs anyway. Oklahoma State football coach Mike Gundy has agreed to take $1 million pay cut after a 2-week review of their football program. Is that fair or foul, Drink?
I'm going to go fair. Here's the deal. Mike Gundy got himself into this. You got to understand, no one was looking into Oklahoma State until he decided to wear that shirt and then piss off his biggest star on the team, and then he started raising sand. Listen, I get it. As a country, we are being overly sensitive to a lot of things. But my problem with what Mike Gundy did and my problem with Mike Leach is you're the head coach. You're the adult. You're above approach. You have to conduct yourself like that, because when you sit down and sign that contract for how many ever $1 million that you sign that contract for, that's what you're signing up to do. You're signing up to run a business. You're running a business as a head coach. So, no, you don't get to do what the normal person get to do. And I wish these coaches would understand that. I understand the shirt that he wore probably he didn't mean to wear it to be disrespectful to what was going on in the United States right now. But you're the head coach. Just wear a regular T-shirt, man. Knock it off. All this Freddie Kitchens bull crap going on. Knock it off. You're the adult. You're supposed to be telling the kids not to do that, not you doing it. So, yeah, I think it's fair. And, by the way, I think it's a slap on the wrist, because they could have smoked them even more for it. But, neither here nor there. I don't make the rules. It is what it is. I ain't losing no sleep over it. Phoenix Suns center DeAndre Ayton is confident his team can make a run at the 8th seed. Sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't proofread this today, and I should have, because I didn't know this bull crap was coming. His confident his team will make a run at the 8th seed in the West, and said, whatever the media has to say, we're going to use that to add fuel to the fire. Do you share his same confidence, Jay?
There is not enough fuel in this world. Crude oil, natural gas, whatever Green New Deal they got brewing. There ain't enough fuel in this world to get the Phoenix Suns to the playoffs. Listen, I got as much confidence as the Suns making the playoffs as I do as a weatherman giving me an accurate forecast 2 days in a row. Sorry, Cody. Five-star senior basketball recruit Maker has committed to Howard over UCLA. What do you think of that move, Drink?
I love the move. I love the move. Congratulations to Howard University, and I hope more of these top elite student athletes decide to go to HBCUs. But with that said, don't celebrate yet until he signed the dotted line, because as you know, these top level players are gonna start making money off their names and their likeness. And I can tell you right now, it ain't gonna be hard for a UCLA or a USC or et cetera, to slide in and get the whispering those sweet nothings in their ear, letting them know it's some dollars to be made. So I do like it. But we'll have to see if he can stick through, because it's just a commitment. He hasn't signed anything yet. Browns tight end David Njoku has asked the team to trade him. Does this request surprise you? And what team do you think would be interested in his services?
No, it doesn't really surprise me, especially when you consider the Browns reset the tight end market when they maxed out Austin Hooper to that big deal. And then they drafted Harrison Bryant in the 4th round. So you can tell his playing time is most likely going to get cut. And oh, by the way, when he does play, his quarterback leaves him hanging out to dry, getting killed with those high throws. So no, not ultimately surprised. We talked about the Patriots earlier. I would also throw in the Jaguars because they never have a tight end that can play, and the old, Ben Koyak thing is getting pretty old. According to Top Ranks chairman Bob Arum, the WBO and WBA lightweight champion Vasily Lomachenko will face IBF lightweight champion Teofimo Lopez on September 19th in a title unification bout. Is Lopez ready for Loma, Drink?
To be honest, I don't think so. I'm be honest. I'm not impressed with what he done. I'm not impressed with his level of competition. But you know what I'm saying? The rules are the rules. I think they're just serving them up on Lomachenko to get a good name, to get some publicity so he can get ready for the other heavy hitters in the lightweight division. But I do hope I'm wrong and it's an entertaining fight. I would love to see the entertainment, but Lopez, I'm just not impressed with what he doing thus far. He looked sluggish in his last fight, and that was a no name. And now you're gonna come with Lomachenko, probably a pound for pound great right now. I don't know. Our owner basketball coach Rick Pitino believes the NCAA should start the college basketball season in January and only play conference games to combat COVID-19. What do you think of his idea?
No, this actually doesn't sound like a too bad of an idea, but because it's coming from Rick Pitino, yep, I don't want to hear from him. He should have called his little brother Richard up in Minnesota and let him brief this idea to the media because, listen, Rick, the NCAA just let you back in. This ain't the time to be flexing. Get back into Power 5, the Power 5 conferences before you start running your mouth. Last one. According to Bob Arum, the trilogy fight between WBC and lineal heavyweight champion Tyson Fury and the former WBC heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder is scheduled for December 19th of this year. We don't have a location yet. How do you feel about this news, Drink?
I don't really know until I see. Here's the thing. The fight is the fight. Like, me being a fan of boxing, I want to see the fight. No denying that. However, until I see something where Deontay Wilder is putting more tools in his toolbox, doing something different, I done seen 2 fights. I done seen these dudes fight twice already. It ain't look pretty. We ain't talking about Manny Pacquiao versus Juan Marquez where they had four different fights. No, Tyson Fury outboxed him in the first fight, and then he smoked him, and then it became a draw, however. And then the next fight, he outboxed him, but this time he smoked him, and that's the exclamation point. So what can you give me in this third fight that made me think anything different? I ain't seen no tape of no different workout. I ain't seen nobody coming out showing me anything of any difference. So until I see some type of improvement, some type of adjustment, I'm just not excited until I see something new. I need some new information to be downloaded.
All right, that concludes today's Drink of Wisdom. I'm Cody Ward.
I'm Jay Wise.
And I'm Nathan Drinker. And remember, make tomorrow better than today and make today better than yesterday. And you know what we gonna do? We gonna holler at you until next time, baby.